Oh, I guess we're live. Here we are. All right. So Rebecca and I'm going to record this also. Okay. So Rebecca and I wanted to talk today because we've had a lot of clients come to us recently with issues around dangerous people and varying levels of dangerous people. How do you deal with dangerous people? I had one client who was telling us that she closes the back curtains in her house because she's afraid of this person who was stalking her, and like it was still impacting her life even though she doesn't see him every day. So we both have had experiences with dangerous people. I guess we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Meredith Holly. I'm a lawyer and certified life coach if you don't know me, and I'm the founder of Eris Conflict Resolution, where we help employees stop sexual harassment without quitting their jobs. And a lot of times this involves people who feel very dangerous to our clients. And Rebecca works in our business. She certifies people through our cultural health training program. So she works really closely with all of our clients on the issues that they're facing around dangerous people. So introduce yourself, Rebecca.
I am Rebecca. I'm a certified coach also, and I have my own business where I help lonely people find informed friendships called Lonely No More.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love working at Eris and helping our clients work through these issues and understand how to not be in these kinds of situations again.
So I feel like one of the things that we see really often that we wanted to talk about is like, what is a dangerous person?
Yeah.
Like, I think the biggest problem that our clients have is that they're like, maybe this person isn't dangerous. Maybe they are dangerous. My husband doesn't think they're dangerous. My boss doesn't think they're dangerous, but I think they're dangerous. I feel like I'm in danger. Am I in danger? Maybe they're not dangerous. Well, they have only sent emails. They haven't like threatened me with a gun yet. Maybe they're not dangerous. And so like, what do you think? Like, how do you see this come up with our clients of like defining what a dangerous person is? How do you know?
Yeah. So for our clients, right, what we always hone back to is what is your feeling, right? Because they spend so much time trying to like decide or define if a person is dangerous. And when we like get into that energy of defining other people's behavior, we're totally canceling out our own feelings.
Yeah.
And like our own feelings are the most important thing in the world for
Right.
anything, for anything, right?
Right. They control everything we do. Right.
Right. And so we just always go back to that. Like, okay, yeah, sure, these people might think this, these people might think that. What do you think and feel?
Yeah. And then the other thing we see is a lot of times our clients will be like, well, I think you were saying this example of one of our clients saying, well, I think he's going to kill me. I don't really think he's going to
Yeah.
kill me, but I think he's going to kill
Yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
not really. And you
Yeah.
get into this debate of, but then the interesting thing to me is that if that thought is coming up for you, that there's this person that's going to kill you,
Right.
that's something to take seriously. And it doesn't mean that that has to be the result
Right.
that you ultimately experience. If you acknowledge that that thought is coming up for you, that is a problem that is worth taking seriously, even if your boss does not have that thought, even if your husband does not,
Yeah.
even if your mom doesn't have that thought. It doesn't matter who else does not have that thought. That thought in itself is a crisis level problem. And
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be he's going to kill me. It could be he's going to physically injure me, or she is
Mhm.
going to physically injure me. Anybody, right? Any gender. It doesn't have to be murder, right?
Right.
Are you experience is your brain telling you something unsafe is going to happen? And so like, how do you see this come up? Because a lot of our clients encounter people who they know aren't going to murder them, they know aren't going to be physically dangerous to them, but feel very threatening around their job, around like breaking the law. Like a lot of our clients, their employers put pressure on them to break the law, which feels very dangerous, right?
Yeah.
And I think when you step back to these levels of what feels dangerous to us, how do you see that show up, do you think?
Yeah, I see that show up a lot as like speculating on other people's behavior,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, oh, my boss did this, my boss said that, he didn't do this, he did do that. Um, there was this one time where this thing didn't go as normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, like,
Where the boss fired other
yeah,
people before, right? So they're going to fire me.
yes,
And then it's the same process, I
yeah,
think, as my boss, this person's going to kill me, right? Like it's the same process. And he's not really going to fire me. If I do everything he says, then maybe it won't be dangerous. If I ignore it, then maybe it won't be dangerous, which is so dangerous, right?
which is the exact thing, right? It's like if you're having these, like, I think about it like nature gave us instincts, right? Nature gave us instincts, and it's worth it to listen to them.
Yeah.
They
And acknowledging the instinct
right.
doesn't mean that you're helpless. That's the place that you can take action from,
And it
right?
doesn't mean that you're crazy, right? Because like that comes up a lot too, right? People are like, oh, they think I'm crazy. Am I crazy? And that's just, it kind of doesn't matter, right? Because you can be totally crazy and be in danger, right?
What's that? I feel like a lot of clients say to me, I'm not paranoid if they're really what's the phrase? I'm not paranoid if they really are watching me or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that I a lot of times don't, I hadn't really thought about this until recently because we had so many clients come to us talking about dangerous people. We have a client right now who has a case in court where we're filed under a pseudonym and the opposite side wants her not to have a pseudonym, but the purpose of the pseudonym is so that she's protected from a law enforcement officer who was stalking her and showed up at her kid's school, right? And so she has been advised by experts that this person's dangerous and that she needs to protect herself, right? But when she first came to us, she really was like, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Like they seem to not think it's a big deal. I can't tell. Is it a big deal? And all this self-doubt and all this not listening to her instincts. And she had to be very intentional about listening to her instincts and asking other people to honor her instincts.
Yeah.
Oh, am I frozen?
You're frozen.
You're
I feel like
frozen.
I'm frozen.
Let me see.
I think now she's definitely frozen. We're still alive. So I'll just talk a little bit more because it says we're still alive. So one thing that I think is really interesting that happens, like, and what we want to like think about with other people, like, oh, now I'm the host now and I'm live. Okay. So one of the things that can happen, right, is other people will have their opinions and we'll take them into consideration. And I like to I like to think that other people always want to think that we're safe. Um, and so that if you are feeling that you're unsafe, you're in an unsafe place, okay, you can always just take that in and evaluate that for yourself and understand that perhaps those people, they just wanted to reassure you because they want reassurance themselves. Um, and I'm going to hop off. I'm going to see if Meredith wants to hop back on and we can talk about the second part of this process. All right.